So that house behind me, there's our home.
I should let go.
Bubbles! In the past 5 years that we've owned this place, we haven't really done a whole lot of updates to this house. And what we did earlier this year with Alyssa, we created a list of home improvement projects that we want to implement in the next 5 to 10 years. So in this video today, we're thinking we're going to go through that list. That way it's going to be good to look back in the future when we do like a before and after. And you can also give us your opinion. What should we DIY? Which one should we outsource? What should we prioritize? A couple hours later, because we went to the playground, because the weather was very nice. I'm gonna try to finish this up before the sun completely goes down. The front deck. So we used to have a deck here, and last summer we just decided to get rid of it. We are planning to have like a simple set of stairs that's coming from the front door. Even though we never use it, we still need some kind of stairs there. And in that area, we were thinking some kind of a flower garden, something nice to look at, basically. The entrance door, that little mini shed door that goes to our basement, I really want to replace this door. It looks wonky. It's good because that whole front area is better sealed, so we can stack that up and put like a bunch of stuff in there. Just make it look a little more presentable. This whole area at the front, I don't just want it to be a green grass of nothingness. Somehow I want to be able to utilize that. Whether that's maybe having like a little vegetable garden somewhere. Right now this is kind of just like it exists. I'm not really sure what to do with it yet. This area back here, this is like the best, coolest spot. On the side of our house, that's where we can go into the back deck, and we have such a nice little big area here that could be the crowd pleaser place. We have a fire pit that I think I want to make it a lot smaller and put it to the side a little, because I feel like we really don't need a big fire pit like that. It has come in handy in the past before.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look as bad from this end, right? It just looks bad when you're standing in this slope.
Yeah, but we can get away with something a lot smaller. We're also thinking about maybe getting a pool. Let us know what you think. We're kind of debating whether to have one or not. We're probably gonna have some kind of a little playground for Annabelle set up here. I also want to put some kind of like a small railing in here. Generally just clean up this whole area and just make it, I don't know, a little more kid-friendly. This is a year when I really think I'm gonna get into some gardening. So I want like a nice small starter vegetable garden thing, and I feel like I might be planting it somewhere over here. I have zero gardening experience, so I want to start out something small. The back deck situation, as you can see, we have like this L-shaped massive back deck. It's not really in a good shape, so we know that sooner or later we will have to get rid of it. We really want to make this deck smaller. Somehow like cut the deck around where that window is, so we wouldn't have the deck under the window anymore, but we will still have enough deck for a barbecue that we actually never use. We actually got a quote for a very simple deck design for both the front and the back. Everything included was around $31,000. So we looked at that quote and we were like, all right, time to figure out how to do this ourselves. Replacing the entire deck is going to be a big project, so that might not be happening anytime soon, but we're going to have a couple of rotten boards already that needs to be replaced. That's probably going to be a simple project to tackle. We have like this shed behind me that honestly we wanted to kind of remove, but then it's totally full now, so we're probably just going to keep it where it is. The privacy hedge is one of those projects that I really wanted to do the moment we moved in. The idea is to have some kind of like natural divider with the neighbor property. From here, from our deck, we can see right through their backyard. My idea is that the moment I step out to this deck, I want that to feel private. I want this area created almost as like a private oasis for us, where nobody can really see in here. That is a project that I know we need to tackle probably this summer. It's gonna take like 5 to 10 years before it grows to the point of like, okay, now we have the privacy hedge situation sorted out. That's gonna be a project for this summer. In the past, we haven't really spent a whole lot of time outside. This is the big goal, I think, with this project, to like spend more time outside. We will need to replace the roof. We knew that the moment we bought the place, we knew that we have about 5 more years left on that roof. At the same time, we are planning to put solar panels on our roof. We have no plans to buy a car anytime soon, but I know that our next car is going to be full electric. So having solar panels on our roof just makes sense. I think that's it for the outside. And it's good timing because the sun is about to go down. It's time to just relax. Saturday night to be continued tomorrow. And for you, there's just gonna be a split second. All right, day 2. Welcome to our crib. this is the entrance. So for some reason the previous owner really liked this yellowish beige color, so there is pretty much like beige almost every wall in this main area. So that is something that we desperately want to get rid of. We already painted the living room, we already painted Annabelle's room. That's like a big part of, you know, just making the home feel like yours. When you walk in, you can just keep walking up to the stairs to the first floor. That's where a bedroom is and all the other bedrooms are. And then if you just keep walking straight, then you can walk into the kitchen and the living room area. So let's start with the ground level. One of the few upgrades we've already done is repainting the kitchen cabinets. One of our good friends, Andre, did an amazing job with that. Switching from that yellowish white to this nice blue color, it made a lot of difference. I didn't think it was going to. Something that Alyssa wanted to do. It really kind of refreshed the entire look of our kitchen. All right, let's move in there. Let's move inside. In that section where our countertop ends, I know that we want to do some kind of like little homework area, kind of like a little sit down eating area when, you know, when Annabelle's getting older, and it's gonna be a place where maybe we're gonna have our family computer. In the living room, the whole living room TV watching area, that's the one part of the house that's kind of like pretty well done. This is the place where we spend the majority of our time in our home. So that was our priority right from the beginning. We already painted the walls and we found this beautiful like warmish dark blue color that really fits well in this home theater-esque vibe. We actually have a 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos speaker setup, so that's fantastic. At the corners there, where there isn't really a whole lot of storage space, we're gonna have some kind of cat gym furniture set up on the walls, you know, some kind of like little cat bridge or some kind of like steps where they can just jump all around. So a cat gym in our living room, very important. Okay, let's move to the other side.
I have a beautiful vision for this room.
You have a good vision for this room. And now we got to the other end of the room. Alyssa has a beautiful vision, so take it away, Alyssa.
This I want to turn into the play area for our kids growing up. I want couches, I want their own TV, I want their own little everything. I think that would be perfect for this beautiful, big, sunny room that this is. I want to paint this room like a peacock blue. We want the chimney removed. That is a huge project. It goes through all 3 levels of our home, but I think that would make so much more space here and open up the space.
In the bedroom, again, painting. The color in our bedroom is actually not even that bad. I kind of like this navy-ish kind of blue, but it's also not something that we picked, so we definitely want to repaint the bedroom. Alyssa also wants to put a TV on the wall. There are a couple of reasons why we haven't done that yet. One, I'm not 100% sure that's the best idea, and 2, because of the layout of our bed, it's basically the door to our master bedroom is right where the TV should be mounted, ideally right in the center. We also want to replace the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan is old and wobbly, so we actually had to remove that glass underneath the light bulbs because it was just like rattling and made this very quiet rattling noise. It would be nice if we had like a more modern looking ceiling fan. Let's go to our bathroom. The lights above the mirror, it just doesn't work. It's not that the light bulbs burnt out, it just we can't really turn it on, and we haven't really investigated the reason for that. Right now we have this makeshift solution. It's not pretty, but it works. Unfortunately, the shower in our master bedroom is leaking. We cannot use the shower in our bathroom. We haven't been using it for a couple months. Luckily, there is enough bathrooms and showers in this house, so right now we have plenty of other places to shower. We really have to replace the shower. We have this big closet in our master bedroom that's kind of like our hoarding closet. A lot of baby things, a lot of stuff that we use and we kind of just like putting away, but we don't really want to put it out in the garage. It would be great if we could put a washer and dryer set in this closet. Right now we have our washer and dryer in the basement. It really makes doing laundry that much more difficult. Probably a long-term goal, but it's definitely gonna happen. Annabelle's room, one of the few rooms in the house that we already painted and we absolutely love it. Right now we feel pretty good about this room because she really doesn't spend a whole lot of time here other than sleeping, but now that she's getting older, it's just a matter of figuring out what furniture to put in this room when she's really gonna have some quiet time and really gonna start playing in her room. We're in the studio now. I call this the studio because it just sounds so much cooler. The challenge with this room is that this is my dedicated home office area, but it's also our guest room. So right now we have my desk area that's kind of like nice and clean, and it's kind of coming along pretty well. But then we also have this massive queen size bed. Having a full-time job and being a parent, it is very important to optimize my workflow so that there wouldn't be any kind of friction between the creation process. So my goal with this room is to soundproof it, put some sound dampening, some more furnitures in here, and having some kind of like either a day bed or some kind of couch where we can just sit down, have a pre-set up light that we just switch on, have maybe a dedicated camera that we can just turn on, and then boom, studio.
Well, those are all our plans. I'm not gonna lie to you, part of this video is very overwhelming for me.
Which part?
All of it. Like, there's just so much that needs to be done.
If you have any opinion with this list, you know, if you have an idea what we should prioritize, if you have any suggestions what we should DIY, what we should definitely outsource, please let us know. Please help us, because we're definitely not very carpentry type of handy type of people. I'm definitely up to the challenge of doing as much of this stuff as we can. But obviously, you know, I'm not gonna tackle the chimney removal myself.
Smart. If you thought this video was entertaining, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. If you think we're hilarious.
Were we? I don't know, this wasn't a fun video either.
I made an appearance and I'm hilarious. Okay. Hit the subscribe button.
So this is our home improvement plan, and totaling probably about like $500,000 worth.
We're gonna make that next year. Annabelle, you want anything to say to the camera? Alright.
Okay. If you want to go down memory lane, watch this video when we paint the nursery. That was before Annabelle was born, so that was like 3 years ago. Or you can watch this video that YouTube thinks you should watch next.
You probably should watch that one.
Bye!